I hope uh, I hope I am audible. Uh, this is just me checking if I am audible to you all or not. I know the stream will be delayed a bit. Okay, so this is the day 0 of the 150 days coding challenge. Uh, I'm not able to hear my voice. Let's see what is happening right now. Sorry for the audio. I have a little bit of health issue going on. So it is now working. Let's start the today's stream. This will be the day 0, and if any of you don't know, I have done previously like coding challenges, but I have failed to complete them or quit it in between. So this will be my final challenge before I get into the front end role. So without any excuse, let's work on a problem which will actually uh, get me closer to my goal. So this forms managing function. So this chapter we were previously studying. Let's look at it. Just ignore my voice a little bit. It is not. I'm not in the best form, but I want to dedicate every day for one and half an hour in streaming. So let me announce the stream details also. So every day from 12:30 to 2 p.m. I will be streaming consistently for 150 days straight. No more excuses. Even if I'm not able to do the stream at that time, I will probably do it in during the daytime only. I know I have started a new thing, and I know the motivation will be high. After a few days, the motivation will not be there, but still I will do it because it is a matter of pride for me that I will complete this challenge, and not only complete it, I will try to give my best every day. I will use my voice every day. In the previous challenges, I was like making excuse, not excuse, but I was not sure of how to if I should use my voice or not, because I was not able to maintain my voice for like more than 10-20 minutes. I Because my throat was not well. So let's start learning about this chapter. After that, let's move to the challenge part. So it does have two resources. One is from MDN, another is from it is a tutorial from free code camp. So let's read step by step. When I'm reading, I will not read very loud. I will sometimes I don't want to overuse my voice. That's why when I will read it in my mind. But when it is time to explain something, I will explain it to you all. It's even if no one is watching it, it's explanation uh, to me. I'm explaining it to myself. So let's try to explain what is written here. So it tells that the forms, it is the most important UI on a website. So so there is a direct connection between the between a product and the user base, which is the form. It helps connect both of them. So making it work can be pretty complex. So so it is saying that while the user is submitting the form, they must know clearly if there are any others sorry errors, and we should means code the form in a way so that if there are any errors, it should be shown to the user. And if we have means submitted the form, also it's the user should know about it. So building the form, it is our task to begin with. So this is the normal typical registration form here, and another one is the on submit event. So it is telling that when a form is submitted, this on submit event. What is the on submit event? Okay, on submit event, it is fired and the browser is reloaded. So don't worry, don't worry. Means sorry for all the weird noises that I'm making currently right now, because it will the streams will be raw. So if someone is watching, then they have to bear it somehow. So when a form is submitted, the on submit event is fired. Okay, what is it? I don't know what it. So when a form is submitted, the browser is reloaded. Why is it happening? It is because it is sending the form data to a server. That's why it has to reload. But while it is reloading, what is happening is that it clears the data that we have inputted in the form. Then it does not serve the purpose. It clears the form, and it restarts our JavaScript again, means reinitializes the JavaScript, and it clears the logs if there are any. So to prevent this default behavior, we use e.prevent default. So it is a common problem, and plenty of third-party solutions are out there. So it is stating something about the validation, adding the validation. So validating the form. So it is saying that it is an important thing, validating the form, and it is one of the common problem. And there are many third-party solutions out there. When inbuilt HTML validations can be used. So if we do not want the HTML validate, we use the no validate attribute on the form. So if we add the validation, what it does is that it checks the data that we have inputted in the form against a schema. What is the schema? We do not know about it now. So what does it do is the schema. It checks that if we have uh, inputted the data which is required. Right, it will check if the data which is required, if we have inputted or not, and if it is in the correct format, data type or correct value or not. Oh, although we can make this easier on ourselves by choosing appropriate form fields. Yes, we can make it easier by using the appropriate form fields for using like radio buttons to checking one option from multiple of options, or drop down to show multiple options. So first is on submit event, then adding the validation, then we have to receive how to extract the data from the form. We do what we end up here is that we end up with a JavaScript object. Okay, we end up with a JavaScript object that represents the form. The objects keys being the names of the field. Okay, keys being the name of the field and values being the values of the form inputs. Okay, keys being the name of the field form. So the keys will be the name of the fields like input, number, input, select, name of the fields, right? Input, select, text area, and the values that this will be the values that we have that a user inputs. This might look something like this. So this is an object e.target.query select all. What we are doing, we are getting all these keys inside this object. After getting all the fields inside the object, what do? We okay. We input. So we input the fields along with the value inside this data object. So this is one way of retrieving data. Another way is using the form data constructor. So this is the general way. This is a way using the form data. So what do we do? So we have used the normal way of using the field names here, whereas here we just use the target e dot target value, and in the another line, what are we doing? We are using the object like object object constructor with the from entries method. So it does the same thing. I have to somehow implement them. Like what can we open? Sandbox. We should open some sandbox where we can easily see the output. Okay, I think I should write this by my own hand without copying them. Okay, I have to do it. Okay, but before that, I will just copy this all things. So what is this form data doing is that uh, it is making the fields as the it's making an object first of all, and it's making the every field into a key and every data that is related to it into a value. So it is making a key value pair from it. So it is making every element inside the form into a key value pair for entries. And what are we doing here? We are like creating an object. I think so. Okay. So everything that we are getting from this form element, it is they are being converted into an object. So we get in like a from object. We get every key value pair object. Okay. Okay, we can do this two lines of code into a single line by using this one directly inside this parenthesis. You can pass it inside this object dot from entries. So it is telling me to be whatever approach I choose between this both. I have to careful of the arrays that I get from the checkboxes. Why? Because they would have the same name. Both the approaches? Okay. So they will have the same name. And we're using they will we will get array checkboxes. Okay, they will have the same name. And one more thing is that we will only get the we will only get the value of the last checkbox, which is not good. We want all of the names. Now that we have the data. So after we get the data, the next thing we need to do is that to validate the data and to see if it is the correct data type and if it is in the range of the acceptable parameters and checking if since it is required if it is present or not the data that we have used the required attribute if the data is present or not. It's worth noting that the data from each form input will always be represented as a string. So it is telling me that the data that we are getting from each input field, it will always be a string no matter what uh, input type we have, input type attribute we have set to it. So we have to manually to the convert them convert them to the type. Okay. So the client side validation, it is an initial check that we are doing so that even before going the data to the server, we check it inside the front end only. So the burden to the database, the burden to the server will be less. So what it is telling that it is an initial check. It makes the user experience good for the user. So so if we write if we check the means errors initially, then we can fix it right there on the spot. So if it goes to the server, then it gets rejected. Then it means that there will be a in delay in sending the information to the user, because it is making a trip. Like first we send the data to the server, then the server checks the the server validates the data. If it is wrong, then it has to send the error message again to us. Like it takes time, so we just skip it and check it in the first. We are not entirely skipping it, but we are checking it initially in the client side, so that the server does not take the load, and which makes like a delay. So we should we should do the server side validation as well as the client side validation, because we do not want to take any security measures that will sorry, I mean we need to take the security measure because uh, bypassing the client side validation is easy, so it will cause issue, and the data that will be sent to the server will be bad. So in the client side validation, we get these types of message like this field is required. Please enter your phone number in the format. Please enter a valid email ID. Password must be between this and this content. So it it makes the server side work a little bit more easier. So if the information that is correctly formatted, so if it doesn't cause any problem in the client side part, then it will send it to the server, which will be eventually be saved in a database. So so that's it for today, guys. I know it was short, like the stream was short. but it was day 0. From tomorrow onwards, we will start the stream at 12:30 sharp. The stream will be about 1.5 hours. So we will be focusing on only the learning path from the front end mentor. We will not be spending more time on just learning. From tomorrow onwards, we will be focusing more on the project as well. Like tomorrow, I will try to complete this chapter inside the MDN, and then I will move to the project, which is this one, newsletter sign up form. I'll move it and I will try to complete it tomorrow, and I will try to make progress in it. My main objective is to move forward in a momentum without many constraints. So thank you for staying with me. I know no one has joined the stream because uh, the subscriber base is very less. But this is for myself. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.